Dexteram Testing alpha testing procedures and protocols for Shroud of the Avatar, Overworld map, overview review. Welcome back. If you're joining us at this point, we've already discovered several interesting items on the map, including hexes that appear as flatland terrain, but upon entering the hex turns into mountains. Speaking of, swampy areas that enter and turn into mountains. We've had... what else have I discovered? That, by and large, is a lot of it. We also have mountainy areas in the forests. We have foresty areas on the plains. And most recently, I discovered a hex that you could walk upon on the Overworld map, but not enter by clicking on it. So that was in, actually, the last video report. More mountain terrain. And we've got this down now where it's going a little bit faster, because I don't need to go in and look around so much as I did before, having seen a lot of these terrain pieces already. Trying to get down and back for the next, in the next 20 minutes this time, hopefully. This is the part in testing when I would probably just have music on and be focused in on just getting the task done, one after the other after the other. But you need to have a fresh eye on it. So what I do typically is 50 minutes on, 10 minutes off. Or 20 and 10, if you will, which will make it 40-20, but over the span of an hour. But both have their place depending on what's going on. That doesn't make me less efficient. If you just look at it as a total... I mean, I'm not a machine. I am, but I'm not. Just like everything else. The type of work done during those minutes is greater when the appropriate downtimes are provided. Or taken, if you will. Is this another one? Nope, I can get in there. That's what I should do. I should go back to that hex real fast and see if I can move to it and then do one of the double click moves that I always do, where it forces me into whatever hex I happen to be on. But then it'll probably take me back to the one I just left. Okay, so I gotta go there. Let me go over here real fast. And since I'll be going back over here, this will be the one that I'll double click on. Yeah, click. Oh. So I clicked on that like mad, and it finally put me in somewhere. I bet you it put me into the one that I just landed on up there, though. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. We shall now see. Yeah, it did. Okay. So that hex is wonky. And that's an official alpha testing term, wonky, just so everybody knows. Trademark JC of DT, wonky. Put it on a t-shirt. Stuff's wonky. Being silly. Wow, I'm looking off camera here, as it were. Stage left to my voice protocol, and I can see a lot of people in the channel that I haven't seen in a while, who were no doubt taking a look at ESO on their own and now are coming together to guild up. because when it's in testing, it doesn't really matter. There's going to be a wipe anyways in several cases. So I can get to that one. How's it going to take me there? It thinks it's fastest way, huh? Did it really do the math to determine whether or not this was the fastest way? What's wrong with that one? See how that tree was overlapping it? It might have made it somewhat slower there. And how this hill is overlapping, it might have made it somewhat slower. Let's see. No, it made it. All right. Well, who knows? Maybe it just decided, okay, that sounds cool. All right, so here we are. We're back here. So it was faster to do that than to go slow, slow, slow here. I would presume that's how the algorithm worked. Now the tester in me wants to walk over those lands just to kind of get a feel for how quickly it go. I have a timer running as it happens. So, yeah, I guess that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so this is where I was. And I'm going to start here on the 30, according to my timer. And I'll do an out loud count. Why not, right? Here we go. 29, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So about 17 seconds. So let's see why it went around the other way before. And if it'll do it again. On the 8. Yeah, it's going that way. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. 15 seconds. 20 seconds. 25 seconds. So 27 seconds to get from there to there. Interesting. Pardon me, that was quite the sneeze. Well, that's something I'll probably hit the forums and ask about, see why people, how the auto mover algorithm works. Auto movement algorithm. I'm writing it down. Alright, look at that. More mountainous spiders on the beach. Okay, we're 10 minutes in. We've done a little testing, as you've seen. Is this one I can get into? No. This one is. Oh, I got a feeling I'm going to have to go around these mountains. Oh, I just remembered I have an extra biscuit and gravy in the fridge. Now I know what I'm going to do after this. Biscuits and gravy. One mountain's going to slow me down. Can't move into that one. Can move into that one. Oh, this please. Oh. Hey, there's that dungeon I was telling you about. Oh, by the way, it's a good way to... Yeah, I've only got a couple more trips down and back to go, so maybe another hour's worth of work. Maybe 2. So why is that one going slow? That edge of the mountain is right there instead of on it. But that could represent you're actually walking on the edge of the mountain. It's not all plainsy. Now this is where I would expect to see spidery mountain rocks. Yumiko-san. I'm typing to my friend who joined my channel on the voice chat, but understands the protocols. She's a sweetheart. Probably, oh, she doesn't have a mic on anyways, so good for her. She's off to play Final Fantasy, but she wanted to be here on Mumble when newer members started showing up for our Elder Scrolls. Kind of coordinating people into that. Roth is the Wrath he goes by. I am the Roth, the Emperor's Wrath, and he is Wrathbringer. So he goes by Wrath, and I go by Roth. But I don't actually go by Roth anymore. That's some older stuff. You can check out some of the old Star Wars, the Old Republic work I've done. That was another project I played for entertainment value, but routinely discovered bugs, and I believe I've put quite a few example video report. In fact, that's what I did. I used that as examples for people who are interested in reporting. But some of those reports are, now that I think about it, that style is, I don't know. I'm still trying to hammer down the style I'm going to use because I routinely do it, and depending on what each individual client wants done, yeah, exactly. So, for example, while I'm recording all of this and showing all of this on Dexteram Testing's channel to give people who come to this channel or to the website at dexteramtesting.com to double-clicked to discover. I'm writing that down. I don't know why I haven't yet. Double-click. All right. To discover ... whether or not alpha testing is something that they might actually enjoy doing instead of thinking, oh boy, I want to be a game tester. They can see the amount of effort and time it takes to do rather than what is actually done. So on these channels, these reports that you're watching are all of the data I've recorded during, whereas a video report for a client would be highly edited to just the things that were noted. I keep a timer off camera here, so I know exactly where they are. I keep notes off camera as well, so I know which recording. Each recording I make has its own individual number assigned. So I note the issue, the recording, the issue, and then clip it down into that. Organize it up in such a fashion that it's like is with like, as it were. And then the client can extract from that what they will. Oh, swamplands. All of these swampland pieces, I'm kind of surprised that they weren't, again, swamp placeholders. Why they were made as mountainous, spidery areas. But other than the fact that with these many mountainous combat zones like this, people could get out and kind of get a feel for how combat works. I've decided that I'm going to do my combat by gearing up as best I can. And to do that, I might go back and forth to a private server and collect all the goodies and sell all the goodies so I have a huge bankroll. And then come back here and purchase the gear I need. Yes, they did not provide us very much buying power. They gave us 100 gold coins, and gold is the base currency unit, so it's not copper and silver like some other places you might find. And there are some things you can buy. I should have already bought a $5 mug of mead or ale, but I hadn't. Anyways, what did I say? I had 2 more paths back and forth, so after about an hour, I'll go up, buy that stuff, come down, and do my combat later on this afternoon. I had planned on doing it all morning today, wrapping up this map last night and doing this morning, but it is what it is. Servers went down. I got involved with other projects and I didn't get back to it until later / earlier this morning. Okay. More mountain spiders. Move to the next start point. Let me stop this, go get my biscuit and gravy on, and I'll be back.